Spencer, a 1-1 draw with Eastbourne Borough at home to start the season. Who do you think the happier manager leaving today is?
Obviously the away team, you take an away point, don't you? But I thought the first half was a fantastic advert. Normally opening days are terrible games, and we sort of had that in the second half, I think. But first half, I thought, with the exception of 10 minutes where we couldn't deal with set pieces, I thought we were magnificent and really should have been home and dry by half time. We've hit woodwork twice, amazing blocks on the line from them, you give them credit. We've conceded such a shockingly bad set piece scramble, but besides that, I thought we started the game well, then conceded, and then I thought we were brilliant. I really did. I thought it was a great advert. Both teams tried to play. Second half deteriorated badly. Whether it's the heat, the slowness of the pitch, because we can't play on it with water because it gets destroyed at the moment. And I thought they edged certainly the first half of the second half. They've had one cross shot that dribbles along and comes off the post. We've had 2 or 3 scuffs at the back post. I thought they just started to look a bit more threatening. Maybe the full-time element came into it. I thought the subs came on, did well, and I think we ended just on the ascendancy there at the end. But overall, I think we should have won it in the first half. The second half was a horrible game, quite frankly, and real contrast. So I'm a little bit frustrated, a little bit disappointed, but I saw many positives in that first half. Let's not forget how good a squad they've got already, full-time side. And as I said, first half I thought we were sensational moving forward. I was just disappointed with our set pieces, but there's plenty to work on. It's great minutes into us, even though clearly pre-season's over in that heat. So yeah, I've come away a little disappointed, but especially in the second half, which was pretty much an awful game. There was little scuffs for each team, and I felt that we should have taken our chances in the first half and would have been on our way to 3 points.
And are you happy with the performance that you've seen from your side today?
As I said, generally I am. There were lots of positives. Like I said, I think we did run out of gas, so did they. I think repeat myself, it was really hot, slow pitch, teams tired, quality levels dropped in the second half. It was chalk and cheese the first half, which I thought was we were scintillating for the vast majority of it. As I said, we just had a complete wobble on set pieces for 10 minutes, and we could have been 2-0 down because of it, let's be honest. But then we've gone up the other end, and some of the football we played, and I said that the chances we created, and a combination of the post, the bar, the goalkeeper clearing them off the line has kept us from being 2-3 goals clear at half time. However, the second half we didn't push on. I did feel that they were edging it without creating anything bar that one cross shot. Jack's had nothing to do, but nor is their keeper, let's be honest, nor is there, and we've both had very slight half chances at the end, but I felt even at the last 5 minutes, as is typical, the away side is saying we'll take a point, and there were no injuries I think for either side generally, so I think we both look back and would you take a point? Not really at home, but in the same breath we're playing a side that we're on this on the cusp of getting promoted last year, so it was a decent start, but a little bit frustrated.
Nice to see Rakesh Bingham on the score sheet, off the mark for the season, and great vision from Billy Clifford as well.
Oh, it was a fantastic game. I said the football we played in the first half, and I said considering that 10-minute spell they had, which was mainly down to our inadequacies, it's such a bad set-piece goal to give away, and then I said that we parted to let them have a great chance for another one. So, but I don't want to take away from all the positives we had in that first half. Billy's getting frustrated when things don't go well in the second half, but it was just a nothing game. It was very much like that last pre-season game, I felt. In the second half, both teams cancelled each other out. Arguably, not deliberately, took it for the point. We wanted to push home, and as I said, at the end there, that last 5 minutes of stoppage time, we were the ones pushing, but we didn't do enough. We didn't do enough to take the 3 points, particularly in the second half.
And you've kept me and Mike busy over the past few days with some new signings. Can you tell us about them?
Yeah, we have to strengthen the squad. Look, they're all very, very young. They're 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds. Let's not pretend the fact that, with the players we've brought in, with the transfer fees we've created this season and the compensation we're receiving, that has paid for a couple of the more expensive lads as well as that director's amount of money. But we can't compete. The attendance today is very disappointing, I think. Especially you've got to be very grateful to the, a real large contingent of Eastbourne fans that came. And I thought it was a good atmosphere. I thought there was more in here, but, it was a little disappointing from that, but we have to strengthen the squad. We have to have Plan B, and we've worked hard on some of these lads. I've been after Harry Clout for many weeks. I'm very grateful to everyone at Portsmouth for letting him have him. And there's others in there as well. Some will go out on loan. Suddenly we're a big squad, clearly. We've got some that have hardly done any pre-season. But we do need to have more pace down the sides and competition for places, and that's what we've got. And I thought Toby Bad did very, very well. We put some great crosses. As I said, for large chunks of the game, we were on the front foot, and the rest of the game was a bit of a cancellation out job. But, I don't want to take anything away from Eastbourne. It was a good away performance from them. He said that, they smelt blood when we had that 10-minute wobble in the first half, could have scored again. And they're always a threat because they've got some really good players. And I want to put on record, I'm thrilled for Pemi. As much as he's not our player, after that terrible injury and surgery he's had to go through, I hope he stays fit. So, we wish everybody success for the rest of the season, except when we play him again. And I said it was a decent opening day, but as I said, as a manager, I'm going away a little bit frustrated because you saw some real good stuff from us in that first half.
And we've got a week now before we head to Chesham for our first away game. What are your thoughts on that first away game?
Yeah, I mean, it won't come as any surprise to you, Don. We're one at a time we've been doing. Chesham had a great win today, fabulous win today. They've been very strong pre-season. We know next to nothing about them, but we know a lot of their players. We know with the greatest respect the pitch will be difficult. Their chairman's been saying it is. It's a very, very difficult place to go. It'll be very physical. I don't know what the weather forecast is. The pitch will probably be bone dry, ours was today as well. So it's a very hard place to go, but every game is, I think you've seen today it's 7 draws in the National League South. That's how tight it is. And that's exciting. I hope more people come and watch it because, as I said, that first half we were certainly very, very entertaining. And at Chesham away, and then we've got to come back here to Worthing, who are a fantastic footballing side. So every game is difficult. We now get into that mode of training and analysis and trying to find those small margins to try and win games. And as I said, we can only improve and the fitness levels will get stronger. And, as I said, overall, I'm disappointed, but, you'll take that on the opening day, that we've come away a little bit frustrated, having played some great football at times against a really strong side. So we'll take it, start preparation for Chesham next week, and I'm sure many of our fans will make the relatively short journey over there, and we'll start our away campaign.
Brilliant. Thanks, Spencer, and good luck next week.
Thanks a lot.